All right, everybody. So on to some marginal grasses. Very exciting. That's some of my favorite stuff, I'll tell you. Great. So we'll look really quick in this shorter little medium talk. Barren's grass, aka paddle grass, Wainaku or torpedo grass, and vacey grass. Okay. So barrens or paddle. Okay. All these are wet climate. Generally, grass is where we're going to find these really well in wet conditions, especially in 150 plus inches of rain. So that's us, right? Up Hamakua way, it's down in Puna a good amount also. Good for planting on freshly bulldozed deep soil or rocky lands, prepared bare lands. It takes really well. Okay, can do low fertility soils really well, which is great for us on the wet side, right? In general, the higher rainfall in an area means the higher leaching, right? So the lower fertility of a soil generally with higher rainfall, okay? Slow to grow, conditions drier than normal, really likes the moisture, this grass. It has decent root protein, 12 to 14%, averaging 13. Barren's grass, you see the seed head with the yellowish seeds, pretty well, pretty good grass. Vacey grass is all right. It's a bunch grass, produces a bunch of biomass, right? So we have, just to mention and make sure we're clear, we generally have two kinds of grasses in general, okay? We generally have bunch grasses and mat grasses, okay? So our bunch grasses are, like I kind of mentioned, are, for instance, our guinea, right, or our buffle, broom sedge, bunch grass. It just comes in individual bunches. Then we have carpet grasses, okay, spreading grasses. Those would be our kikuyu, our California, like we'll talk about. High seed production for vacey grass, and under proper management, it can do pretty well. Again, with 6 to 10% root protein, you're going to want to be using this for, if you are using it, right, for your more marginal animal classes. Okay, your drier cows or your non-lactating animals. Okay, not your growing animal. You wouldn't want to necessarily put your growing steers on here, for instance, right? Because they're not going to put on much weight. And if you do, you wouldn't want to do it very long. Okay. So here we can see, here's a little bunch of vacey, right? Amidst a little kikuyu pasture. Very nice. Wainaku grass. Great. Torpedo grass is another name for this, right? Swampy areas. It can make a thicker mat, right? Creeping mat grasses, similar. So Wainaku grass can kind of pop up in, for instance, riparian areas, okay, alongside streams, right, alongside wet areas. So because it can be hard to get out and because it's decent, okay, 11% protein, then, you know, if you got it, you can probably create a grazing plan to deal with it, okay? Where you would be knocking it pretty hard, allowing regrowth, and then grazing the regrowth, okay? If you show up to a place that has this, right, you want to put heavy pressure at the beginning and then be sure to catch the regrowth, right? That could be a problem a lot of times with our guinea, which we'll talk about here more in a little bit, but a lot of times, those, especially for C4 tropical grasses, okay, we have a really quick growth rate, okay? Then they lignify and get junk quality and result in those big, you know, guinea skeletons like we have here. Those have gotten away from people, and they haven't been able to put the pressure, the grazing pressure on them as quickly as they needed to. Right, so it becomes unpalatable as it gets taller. That's why we want to hit it again at a good, decent regrowth period. So there's a little Wainaku grass stand. Okay, it can get pretty tall. It's kind of not quite caney, right? But it's getting there. Spindly, fine, yeah, finer grass, right? So we want to be careful and make sure that we get back on this fairly quick. All right, well, we'll call that the medium quality ones, and we'll get on to the high quality. Mahalo.